Welcome. Today, I will share a truth that could fundamentally reshape your life. Not just your career or dreams, but your entire perspective. We live in a world consumed by talk. People endlessly discuss their activities, their aspirations, their future plans. Yet, the more you talk, the less you accomplish. The more you announce, the more you delay. The more you explain, the more you invite criticism. This is why the most influential people on earth adhere to a single, powerful principle. Never share your plan prematurely. It is not because your vision is flawed or too grand, but because revealing it too soon can extinguish it before it even takes root. This message will transform your mindset and enhance your understanding. Pay close attention until the end. Consider a farmer planting a seed. He does not summon the entire village to witness his act, seeking their opinions. Instead, he quietly covers it with soil, waters it in silence, and patiently waits. He safeguards it from predators, from storms, from any potential harm. Months later, when the plant has grown strong and borne fruit, only then do others see the harvest. Your aspirations should be nurtured in precisely the same manner. The moment you voice your plans, you open the door to doubt, unsolicited opinions, jealousy, distraction, judgment, and even profound emotional pain. You do not need this burden. You are already carrying a dream, and that alone is heavy enough. If you wish to protect your dream, remain silent. Let us delve into the primary reason for this silence. Your plan, in its nascent stage, is inherently fragile. Revisit the genesis of any dream. It does not begin with grandeur or power. It starts as a delicate thought, a soft whisper within your heart. What if I launched a business? What if I transformed my physique? What if I mastered English and spoke with confidence? What if I redefined my entire life this year? Such thoughts ignite excitement, a sense of vibrant possibility. However, I must reveal a startling truth. At this moment, your idea is exceedingly delicate. It is soft, small, and utterly unprepared. When you prematurely share it, you do not protect it, you expose it. You place that tender, beautiful dream before individuals who lack belief in you, who cannot grasp your journey, who do not share your vision, who possess none of your internal fire, and worst of all, who simply do not care. Suddenly, they utter phrases like, "That's impossible. You're not capable enough. Be realistic. You can't do that. Who do you imagine you are?" They deliver these pronouncements casually, as if offering sagacious advice. But for you, these words are poison. They kill the seed before its roots can even establish themselves. You begin to question yourself, thinking, perhaps it was just a fantasy. Maybe I'm not ready. Perhaps they are right, but they are not right. They simply failed to perceive what you saw, to feel what you felt. Listen closely, for science supports this. When you articulate your plan to another, your brain releases dopamine, the chemical associated with pleasure and reward. This means that merely discussing your dream elicits the same sensation as if you had already achieved it. You experience the reward without having invested the effort. You speak your plan, you feel good, and then your drive to work diminishes. You become trapped in a cycle of talking rather than a life of execution. You pursue validation instead of progress. Imagine someone declaring, "I will rise at 500 a.m. daily and forge my ideal life." They post it on social media, inform their friends, and swell with pride. What often follows? Their motivation dissipates within days. They fail to wake at 500 a.m. They build nothing. And now they are consumed by guilt, embarrassment, and a sense of weakness. Why? Because they broadcasted the plan before cultivating the discipline. A plan gains strength not from its appealing sound, but from its silent construction. You nourish it with discipline, shield it from doubt, and reveal it only when it is fully prepared, not when others anticipate it. Cease sharing your nascent ideas with everyone. Stop explaining your profound dreams to constricted minds. Stop offering your precious internal fire to those who dwell in darkness. Keep it quiet. Keep it sacred. Keep it growing. Secondly, people will evaluate your plan through the lens of their own limitations. They do not perceive your dream with your intensity. They do not feel your burning passion. They do not possess your hunger. They have not walked in your footsteps. And they were never endowed with your unique vision. Yet, the instant you disclose your plan, they assume an air of omniscience. You declare, "I aspire to launch a business. I want to become a masterful speaker. I want to achieve fluency in English. I want to attain financial independence. I want to transform my life this year. I want to be fundamentally different." And what is their response? They often scoff, frown, and retort, "Really? Be realistic. Don't dream so extravagantly. Return to earth." Why do they react this way? Is your plan foolish? No. Is your goal unattainable? No. Is it always out of a desire to protect you? Not always. They are not judging your plan. They are exposing their own boundaries. When you articulate a desire for greatness, they do not envision you achieving it. They imagine themselves attempting and failing. Consequently, they label it impossible because it would be impossible for them. They do not perceive your inherent strength. They do not see your courage. They do not foresee your future. They only see your past, the errors you made, the failures you experienced, the weaker version of yourself that once existed. And they freeze your identity in that outdated image. Thus, the moment you strive for growth, they attempt to drag you back down with words, with doubt, with silences, with insincere smiles. What exacerbates this even further is that this judgment often originates not from strangers, but from those you love. Your closest friend, your partner, your sibling, your cousin, your parents. When they withhold their belief, the pain surpasses that of failure itself because you trusted them. You expected their unwavering support. You believed they truly knew you. But they did not. They only knew the comfortable version of you, the average version, the version that avoided risk. Now that you are endeavoring to evolve, to expand, to transcend conventional limits, they cannot comprehend it. Therefore, instead of offering support, they urge you to desist. And the most tragic outcome is that if you lack sufficient internal fortitude, you will succumb to their words. You will diminish yourself. You will play small. You will imprison your dreams. You will pretend you never desired more. All because someone else could not conceive of it. Strong individuals do not offer explanations. They do not engage in arguments. They do not seek to convince. They do not plead for belief. They grasp one fundamental truth. Other people's opinions are not your reality. You require no permission. You need no external support. You crave no applause. You simply need clarity, discipline, and silence. For once you achieve success, once you prove your capabilities, once you reshape your life, once you enter a room radiating success, purpose, and power, those very individuals who doubted you will proclaim, "I always believed in you. I knew you possessed the ability. You are fortunate." They will conveniently forget their own words, but you will remember, and that is precisely why you must continue your journey in quiet determination. Ponder this. Imagine yourself as a fledgling bird learning to fly. You are a novice, trembling, uncertain. You flap your wings for the very first time and announce, "Listen, everyone, I am going to fly!" The other birds mock you. Don't be foolish, you will plummet. No one in your lineage has ever flown. Remain on the ground, it is safer here. Now, you face two choices. One, believe them. Two, believe in yourself. If you choose to believe them, you will never experience flight. If you choose to believe in yourself, you may fall, but ultimately, you will ascend. And when you do, they will gaze skyward and ask, "How did you accomplish that?" Your life is not a collective discussion. Your dream is not a classroom debate. Your mission is not subject to a community vote. It is exclusively yours. And for this reason, it must be shielded from those who harbor fear, not faith. From those who carry doubt, not conviction. From those who cannot perceive your vision because they have never cultivated one of their own. Allow them to believe you are silent. Let them assume you are lost. Let them think you are ordinary. For soon, when the undeniable results manifest, when your life radiates a different glow, when your success enters the room, before you even utter a word, they will comprehend everything. But by then, you will have no need to explain. Your results will resonate louder than any story you could tell. Thirdly, premature praise will induce complacency. This secret appears benign. It feels positive. It sounds encouraging. Yet, in reality, early praise is one of the most potent dream killers in existence. Yes, it is not criticism, not failure, not even detractors. It is praise. When you articulate your plan to someone and they respond with, "You are incredible! That is a brilliant idea! I always knew you could do it! You are destined for success!" It feels profoundly gratifying. Your chest lightens. Your confidence soars. Your mind relaxes. And without conscious awareness, a perilous process unfolds within your brain. Your brain fails to differentiate between merely discussing success and actually achieving it. When you receive praise, your brain releases dopamine, the reward chemical. This dopamine is meant to be earned after effort, after struggle, after discipline, after enduring pain. But when praise precedes the work, your brain registers, "I have already won." And once the brain feels rewarded, it ceases to exert pressure. This is why individuals who frequently speak about their goals often engage in the least amount of actual work. They have already consumed the reward without having paid the requisite price. Imagine two individuals. Person A declares to everyone, "I will rise at 500 a.m. every day. I will sculpt a powerful physique. I will transform my life. People applaud. People commend him. They exclaim, so disciplined, so inspiring. What transpires after merely 1 week? He oversleeps. He skips workouts. His motivation wanes. Why? Because his brain had already experienced the sensation of success. Person B, conversely, confides in no one. No social media posts, no grand announcements, no elaborate explanations. He awakens at 500 a.m. in silence. He trains when no one is observing. He cultivates discipline even when it is mundane and arduous. After 6 months, people remark, "Remarkable! How did you achieve such a profound transformation?" And person B smiles, for his reward stemmed from tangible results, not fleeting words. Because praise engenders false confidence. False confidence is far more detrimental than a complete lack of confidence. Why? Because a lack of confidence compels you to work harder. False confidence lulls you into relaxation. And genuine growth never originates from comfort. Growth arises from pressure, from unwavering discipline, from consistent repetition, from diligently performing unexciting tasks when no one is cheering you on. Consider 2 students. Student A proclaims, "I am preparing for a crucial examination." Everyone responds, "You are exceptionally intelligent. You will undoubtedly pass." The student feels at ease. He studies less. He places more faith in praise than in actual preparation. The outcome: failure. Student B studies in quiet solitude. No one is aware of the intensity of his efforts. No praise, no attention. The outcome: success. The disparity was not in intelligence, it was in silence. When people praise you prematurely, they begin to label you as successful, disciplined, and hardworking. But you have not yet fully embodied that identity. Consequently, you begin to safeguard an image rather than construct a reality. You start to feign. You begin to perform. You start talking instead of executing the necessary work. This is exceedingly perilous, for you cannot fake genuine results. Sooner or later, reality will expose everything. True victors adhere to a simple rule: never accept praise for work yet to be completed. They do not seek applause. They do not crave validation. They do not pursue attention. They desire tangible progress. They comprehend a profound truth: silence preserves hunger. Praise extinguishes hunger, and hunger is the indispensable fuel of greatness. When no one is privy to your plan, you feel no pressure to impress. You are not lulled into complacency by praise. You are not diverted by external opinions. You feel only one thing: responsibility to yourself. And that responsibility cultivates discipline. Do not satiate your ego with empty words. Nourish your future with diligent work. If you retain only one lesson from this secret, let it be this: talk yields fleeting pleasure. Work bestows enduring power. Choose power. If you aspire to transform your life, cease informing people of your intentions. Stop collecting accolades for unfinished endeavors. Stop permitting words to supplant effort. Remain silent, embrace discomfort, stay hungry, and one day your results will speak with such resounding clarity that no external praise will ever be necessary. Fourthly, jealousy is a potent force, even among those you hold dear. You might assume that when you entrust your dream to someone close, they will offer support, encouragement, unwavering belief. and heartfelt celebration. However, not everyone who professes love for you desires your assent. Not everyone who smiles at you genuinely wishes for your success. And not everyone who applauds you is truly happy for your achievements. Sometimes, the most significant resistance does not emanate from strangers. It comes from individuals who know you intimately. People who have been a part of your life for years. People who witnessed you during moments of weakness, confusion, and despair. And now, as you strive to become something greater, as you speak with a new conviction, walk with a different purpose, think with enhanced clarity, and plan with renewed ambition, they experience a dangerous emotion, stirring within their hearts. Jealousy. But why? Why would someone close to me feel jealous? Because your growth serves as a stark reminder of their own stagnation. Your discipline highlights their excuses. Your ambition underscores the dreams they abandoned. Your progress makes them feel as though they are standing still. And this silently, secretly, and painfully burns them. Not because they despise you, but because they resent what you are becoming without them. Suppose you and your best friend lead ordinary lives. Identical habits, identical routines, identical low levels of motivation. Then one day you awaken and resolve, I desire more. I will improve myself. I will change my life. You cease wasting time. You begin rising early. You stop complaining. You commence learning, reading, growing. Initially, your best friend might commend you. Excellent. That's inspiring. But gradually the dynamic shifts, they call less frequently. They make subtle jokes at your expense. They inquire, why are you behaving so differently? They roll their eyes when you discuss your aspirations. You sense it, the silence, the increasing distance, the invisible barrier between you and them. It wounds you, but you must understand that this is not your fault. It is their fear. They perceive that they are losing you because you are ascending while they remain stationary. You must grasp a profound aspect of human behavior. Most people are not fundamentally opposed to your success, but they are opposed to you becoming more successful than them. This is where jealousy resides, in the space between who you once were and who you are becoming. If you remain unchanged, they will cherish you. But if you grow too much, you will make them uncomfortable. And when people feel uncomfortable, they endeavor to pull you back to their level. Not because they are malevolent, but because they are afraid. Afraid of being left behind. Afraid of being exposed. Afraid of witnessing someone they know transform into something they are not. Observe what they say versus what they truly mean. They say, you have changed. What they mean is, you stopped being like me. They say, why are you perpetually busy? What they mean is, why are you no longer wasting time with me? They say, do you believe you are superior now? What they mean is, you are making me feel insignificant. And if you are not vigilant, you will begin to diminish yourself to accommodate the comfort of others. You will start concealing your progress, dimming your inner light, pretending you are not evolving, solely to protect the feelings of others. But here is what you must always remember. You were not brought into existence to make others feel secure in their comfort zones. You were born to rise. So, What course of action should you take? Safeguard your energy. Protect your vision. Shield your plan. You do not need to immediately sever ties with people, but you must establish a clear boundary between their fear and your future. Do not explain your goals to them. Do not engage in arguments. Do not attempt to justify yourself. Simply build in silence. Let your work speak for itself. Allow your progress to become undeniable. And when the opportune moment arrives, when your life undergoes its transformation, when your dreams materialize, when your inner glow becomes too radiant to conceal, they will either respect you or remove themselves from your path. Either way, you emerge victorious. You once believed that everyone would support you. You imagined your friends cheering you on. You thought your family would applaud your initial steps. But now you comprehend the truth. Not everyone is prepared to witness your triumph, and that is why your plan must remain hidden, silent, sacred. Let them speculate about what you are constructing. Let them wonder about your activities. Let them gossip behind your back. For one day, they will be utterly unable to ignore what you have built. Your silence will become your power. Your results will become your undeniable statement. You have no need to prove anything to them. You simply need to become so intensely focused, so relentlessly consistent, and so utterly untouchable that their jealousy inevitably transmutes into respect. Fifthly, talking dissipates your energy, building generates it. Let us delve deeper into your most invaluable resource. It is not your money. It is not your innate talent. It is not even your time. It is your energy. Energy is the fuel that drives your discipline. Energy is what sustains your dream. Energy is what enables you to maintain focus, consistency, and patience. Every instance you speak about your plan, you expend energy. Every instance you work on your plan, you gain energy. When you share your plan with others, you engage in a peculiar transaction. You are not merely informing people, you are also transferring energy. Energy that was meant to be invested in building. You relinquish that energy through lengthy explanations, through arguments, through defending your dream, through responding to their doubts, through seeking their approval, through reacting to their reactions. By the end of the day, you feel utterly drained, not because you worked, but because you talked excessively. And talking has never constructed anything. You can converse for hours about your goals and yet remain stagnated in the very same place. Because words do not build dreams, actions do. Imagine two builders. Builder A spends the entire day talking, "I am going to construct a magnificent house. I will utilize the finest materials. I will complete it in 3 months. People will be astonished." Yet, at the close of the day, he has not laid a single brick. Builder B orders nothing. He grasps his tools. He labors in the heat. He sweats. He struggles. He encounters setbacks. He adapts. He learns. As the sun sets at the end of the day, a few bricks stand firmly in place. Not perfect, but real. Who made tangible progress? Builder B, the silent one. This is the fundamental mechanism of life. Silence builds. Talking depletes because it offers only a short-term high. When you declare something like, "I am going to write a book. I am going to transform my life. I am going to launch a business," people nod. People offer encouragement. You feel as though you are already accomplishing something, but you are not. You are merely imagining. And imagination devoid of action inevitably leads to frustration. Talking provides the illusion of movement, but no genuine transformation. Your energy is sacred. Do not squander it on debates. Do not waste it attempting to persuade someone who will never comprehend your mission. Do not dissipate it trying to appear successful. Simply be successful. Every time you are about to speak, ask yourself, is this action genuinely contributing to my building process, or is it merely providing temporary gratification? True growth is forged in silence, not amidst noise. The more you verbalize your future, the less of it you will actually create. Let that profound truth sink in. You do not need to talk. You need to act. You need to build. You need to conserve your energy with the meticulousness of a soldier preserving his ammunition. Because one potent shot, one moment of powerful action is infinitely more valuable than 100 hours of empty words. Sixthly, the world only respects results. No one genuinely cares about your plan. No one truly cares about your dreams. No one truly cares about your struggles. They care about one singular outcome. What have you built? The world does not bestow respect for mere potential. It grants respect for demonstrated performance. You might possess the most brilliant idea. You might harbor the deepest passion. You might possess the most fervent desire. But until it becomes a tangible reality, until it becomes visible, until it manifests as concrete results, you remain invisible. And that is why you must never share your plan prematurely, because talking provides a false sense of recognition. But it does not confer genuine respect. Only results can achieve that because the world has witnessed too many empty declarations. How many individuals proclaim, I am going to launch a YouTube channel. I am going to lose 20 kilograms. I am going to become wealthy. I am going to write a book. I am going to master English. But the vast majority never follow through. They talk, they post, they share, but nothing ever changes. That is why the world has learned to disregard words and only believe in results. If you consistently announce intentions, but fail to demonstrate transformation, people will gradually cease listening. They will begin to mock. They will stop believing. Not because they are inherently malicious, but because they have encountered too many individuals who talk and not enough who build. Let us say you have been telling everyone, I am going to achieve fluency in English. Just wait. You inform your friends. You tell your classmates. You even post about it online. But months elapse and nothing changes. You are still apprehensive about speaking. You are not practicing. You are not studying. You remain stuck. Now, when you discuss your dream, they roll their eyes. You feel embarrassed. You feel defeated. And now, you no longer even wish to try. Why did this occur? Because you disclosed the plan before undertaking the work. The individuals who genuinely succeed in life comprehend this principle. They do not speak prematurely. They do not require early recognition. They are not pursuing attention. They are pursuing authentic progress. So, when they finally arrive with a fit physique, with a profitable business, with fluent English, with an unshakable mindset, with a powerful life, They have no need to utter a single word. The entire atmosphere of the room shifts when they enter. The energy transforms. People listen. People inquire because results inherently demand attention. If you find yourself needing to explain your plan, your results are not yet substantial enough. So continue working, continue improving, continue growing in silence. And one day, your success will become so real, so clear, so undeniably powerful that the very individuals who disregarded your plan will be eager to learn your strategy. They will ask, "How did you accomplish it? Teach me." And you will smile not with arrogance, but with profound peace, because you will finally understand. Silence granted you the power. Discipline fostered your growth. And results provided you with your true voice. You had no need to speak, because your life spoke louder than any words. Seventhly, your plan should surprise them, not involve them. Let us be candid. Most people do not deserve to know what you are constructing. Not because they are malevolent, not because they are inherently bad, but because they are simply not ready. They do not possess your mindset. They do not possess your courage. They do not possess your internal fire. And when you disclose your plan to individuals who cannot perceive what you perceive, you invite them into a narrative they were never meant to be a part of. What is the consequence? They disrupt the process. They alter the energy. They offer unsolicited opinions. They pose distracting questions. They sow seeds of doubt. They do not assist you in building. They weigh you down. That is why you must grasp this singular golden rule. The most effective plans are not shared. They are revealed through undeniable transformation. Imagine this: you are meticulously planning something monumental. You aspire to transform your life. Perhaps it pertains to your health, your finances, your skills, your language proficiency, your mindset, your confidence. You are dreaming quietly, planning with precision, taking incremental steps. Now, pause. At this juncture, you have two distinct choices. Option one: involve everyone. You proclaim, "I am going to achieve this. I am going to become that. I am revolutionizing everything." People respond with, "Are you certain? Who do you imagine you are?" You always say this, but nothing ever changes. And now your energy is fragmented. Instead of building, you are defending. Instead of working, you are explaining. Instead of transforming, you are reacting. Your plan devolves into their discussion, and gradually it loses its inherent power. Option two: maintain silence. Build in solitude. You confide in no one. You seek no applause. You announce no goals. You simply awaken and build alone, quietly, without soliciting permission. 6 months later, your results are undeniable. You enter a room and they stare. You speak and they sense the profound difference. You radiate and they know something extraordinary has transpired, but they cannot articulate it because they never anticipated it. That is the unparalleled power that silence cultivates. There once was a man who had endured mockery his entire life. Impoverished, reserved, with halting English, devoid of support, lacking confidence. He did not argue. He did not post inspirational quotes. He did not strive to impress anyone. He simply commenced working from morning until night, day after day. No excuses, no noise. He focused intently on English. He diligently studied business. He rigorously trained his body. He meticulously cultivated his mindset. For 18 months, he vanished from public view. And then, one day, he launched his business. He walked onto a stage. He spoke with effortless fluency. He appeared as someone they had never witnessed before. The very individuals who had doubted him sat in the front row, applauding. Not because he compelled them to, but because they could no longer ignore him. He did not involve them in the plan. He surprised them with the undeniable result. Silence is not merely about protection. It is about strategic advantage. You are not concealing your plan. You are affording it the necessary time to grow stronger, deeper, sharper. Because when your plan is still nascent, it can be shattered by a single sentence, a solitary opinion, a lone negative glance. But when it achieves strength, it becomes bulletproof. You have no need to defend it. You have no need to explain it. You simply reveal it, and the world is compelled to adjust. Cease informing people of your impending actions. Begin demonstrating what they never saw coming. Surprise them. Silently, powerfully, unapologetically. Eighthly, God's plan requires no public approval. Now, this is the most profound revelation, the most emotionally resonant, the one that penetrates the heart and speaks directly to the soul. For sometimes, you maintain silence not due to strategy, not due to fear. You remain silent because your journey is sacred. There exists something within you that only you and a higher power comprehend. Perhaps it is a dream no one else can perceive. Perhaps it is a vision no one else supports. Perhaps it is a transformation no one else believes in. And in those moments of solitude, it is easy to succumb to doubt. It is easy to feel as though you might be mistaken, perhaps irrational. Perhaps you are merely squandering your precious time. But here is what you must forever remember. If a higher power bestowed upon you the vision, that same power will also grant you the strength to bring it to fruition. You do not require the world's agreement. You do not need people's applause. You do not crave external validation. You need only one thing: faith. Faith that what you are constructing holds profound significance. Faith that your silence is not a manifestation of weakness. It is a period of crucial preparation. Faith that what is approaching is far grander than anything they could possibly imagine. Consider a seed buried in the soil. No one sees it. It appears as though nothing is happening. It is enveloped in darkness. It is hidden. It is invisible. Yet, deep within, it is diligently working, breaking through, stretching, establishing roots, growing. That is you. Right now, no one perceives you. No one comprehends your endeavors. No one respects your plan. But you are growing, and soon you will breach the surface, and they will exclaim, "From where did this emerge? How did this transpire? I never saw this coming." Because they were observing the surface, but a higher power was working beneath. Because your journey is profoundly personal. Because your calling is divine. Because your timing is unique. Because your internal fire is not intended for public entertainment. A higher power did not grant them the vision. It was bestowed upon you. So cease expecting them to comprehend it. Cease needing them to approve it. Cease explaining what only your soul can truly feel. Safeguard the vision as if it were holy, because it is. They will not believe in you initially. They will laugh. They will doubt. They will label you irrational. Allow them. Remain silent. Continue working. Continue praying. Continue trusting. Because one day, when your dream becomes your reality, when your light shines too brightly to be ignored, when your strength becomes your undeniable story, they will inquire, "How did you accomplish it?" And you will gaze upward and respond, "I did not achieve it alone. A higher power guided me, and I never ceased believing." Never disclose your plan prematurely. Let silence be your strategic advantage. Let discipline be your unspoken language. Let progress be your irrefutable proof. Let a higher power be your unwavering guide. This is your designated season to vanish, to grow, to build, to become, and to return with something the world cannot possibly disregard. Not because you told them, but because you showed them. Let me impress this upon you and listen with utmost care. You have no obligation to inform them of your actions. You have no need to prove anything. You have no compulsion to post about it. You have no requirement to explain it. You have no battle to fight for attention. You simply need to awaken, show up, labor diligently, pray in silence, trust profoundly, and build quietly. One day, your life will be completely transformed. Your energy will be different. Your face will radiate with confidence. Your heart will reside in profound peace, and your success will resonate louder than any words you ever uttered. People will inquire, "Where have you been?" And you will smile and respond, "I was working. I was healing. I was growing. I was becoming everything they claimed I could not." This is not about seeking revenge. This is about cultivating such intense focus, such unwavering discipline, such profound silence, such immense power, that the world is compelled to acknowledge and respect your growth. You do not require attention. You require transformation. You do not need noise. You need results. You do not need everyone's support. You only need your steadfast decision to persevere no matter the obstacles. So disappear if it is necessary. Embrace silence. Go underground. Commit yourself entirely. And when you re-emerge, you will not have to articulate a single word. Your results will convey everything. If this message resonated deeply within your heart, if it reignited your inner power, if it instilled in you the strength to labor in silence and never capitulate, then subscribe now. For this is not an ending. This is the genesis of a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. More insights are forthcoming, designed not merely to motivate you, but to fundamentally alter your life. So, subscribe now, activate the notification bell, and engrave this truth into your memory for the remainder of your existence. The most formidable individual in the world is the one who works in silence and permits success to perform all the talking. Your time is approaching. Now go forth and build.